Hey there, boys and girls. We're back on the JP server again today, and we're going to be doing the Bahamut 2-star fight. For this one, we need to use less than 5 items, finish him with a limit burst, and have nobody in the party die. I'll be taking Warrior Light as my innate provoke tank. You can run your innate provoke as physical evade for this one. I geared mine like a traditional tank, and I put dual cast on him so he can heal Cecil up. And the aforementioned Cecil, we're going to really look at how Cecil compares to Charlotte as a magic tank with this one. I like Charlotte's support kit that she's got. I like the fact that her magic cover is tied to her limit burst, whereas Cecil's is just the mitigation. Charlotte has mitigation and the cover. But anyways, when we're talking about straight up taking magic damage, like, Cecil is awesome at it. And I'll explain more of that when we get into it. Lid's going to be our breaker. I'm using Lid because I don't have anybody else as a breaker. Ignis is going to be our buffer. Again, I'm using him because I really don't have anybody else. Ignis got some really nice enhancements on the JP server. The only bad thing about it is, like, Elephim is just so good. He pretty much negates all the other breakers and buffers in the game because she does both jobs at the same time. So, you know, if we had Elephim, we really wouldn't need either one of these jokers. Then we got the twins. They're here for damage. As much magic as I could. And I put them on Odin for, what is it? Dragon Killer. And Sinzar set us up a high magic Fina with lots of Dragon Killer. The only status effect that we really got to worry about is Paralyze. And the elements, I think, is Fire, Ice, and Thunder. And Ignis will take care of that with his buffs. That's about it. Let's give it a go. Unfortunately, we can't roleplay on the JP server. We'll get straight into killing. Okay, so we're going to set up Ignis to do his cooking stuff right there. Now, with Cecil, if you use this green ability right here, it gives him 75% magic damage reduction. And then his cover. Now, we could go over here with Warrior Light and use this skill, the 28 MP skill right here, to further reduce damage on Cecil, but we're not going to do that. We're going to look at how beefy Cecil really is. Then we're going to use Lid's cooldown breaks. This boss is fully, or not, did I use Lid? Yeah, I use Lid's cooldown breaks early. The boss is fully breakable. Then we're going to get our chainers ready to go. Hard to click on buttons. But as you can see, he's 50% resistant to all elements, so it really don't matter what you go with. I'm pretty sure he has less spirit than he has defense, so magic is a better way to go about it. When we get this fight on global, we won't have Cecil when it comes out, so, you know, we're going to be using Charlotte. We're going to have to make some extra concessions for the magic tanking for her. As you can see, Cecil, with pretty much just by himself, no buffs or anything like that, straight up took a Mega Flare to the face and didn't give a shit about it. That's really awesome that he can do that. We'll get Warrior Light to throw out some heals. We'll get Ignis to use this. This is a 100% to all resistances, and it restores mana. And Fina really likes to drink the mana, so good to have. Our chainers ready. And all we're going to be doing with Cecil is just rotating this stuff. He's in dark stance now, so he has triple cast, but we're just basically going to go from light to dark, and do it that way. So the Bahamut 2-star fight still has the countdown where he does the Mega Flare 3, 2, 1, go. Other than that, he's just going to be doing some elemental attacks. And whenever Lid can't use her limit burst, we'll just have her do MP recovery. Of course, Ignis has got us covered. And the reason I'm not using buffs from Ignis is I just really want to show, like, how powerful Cecil really is when it comes to just taking magic damage. Well, messed up my chain. It's okay. We got plenty of time to do this. So the turn before he does the Mega Flare, he's going to dispel your guys. Which doesn't really affect us right now because we're constantly reapplying our cover anyway. But like I said, when we do this with Charlotte, we're going to have to keep that in mind. Ignis will do cooking. Got some pretty good damage rolling in. D recovery. I mean, that's crazy. That no buffs. Just you don't give a shit. Alright, our quad cast ran out, so we'll get that going again. No. This one and this one. Or like do a little bit of healing. All in all, this fight really isn't like that technically difficult. It's pretty much the same as the 1-star fight. Kind of boring, but you know, I tried some other bosses. Over the weekend, I tried to do a couple of the series boss battle fights. The ones that I tried had like lots of fire resistance, so unfortunately, the only damage unit I have is Palam and Porum, so I couldn't really do anything there. I could beat the fights, I just couldn't beat them. You got like a 20 turn limit. I couldn't beat them in the 20 turn limit. That kind of sucked. But we've got Zidane coming on JP later on this week. Hopefully he's more of a damage dealer than a support. I've only got, like, I should have 20k, 25k Lapis by the time it comes out, so I'll be doing a step on him and all my tickets, of course. Hopefully we can land a couple of him. And then, you know, then we'll have us a physical chainer that we can actually do some work with. Oh, Elfina's ran out of her quad cast. Go ahead and do. We'll refresh Palom's too. That's really the good thing about Palom. Like they can stay in permanent quad casts, you know, because their cooldowns like on a 1 turn, so they can pretty much stay in there all the time. Whereas Fina's going to have a down turn every now and again. Unfortunately, they're fire locked though, so you can't do anything else other than damn fire. We get their series boss battle this week. I really don't see them adding an element to their kit, but you know, maybe that would certainly be nice to get like lightning or something, anything. Like, geez, even non-elemental would be fine with me. They'll probably get some true double hand buffs and. So we're getting close to the kill right there on him. Oh, Lord. Probably going to do a light chain next turn. Whittle him down just a little bit more and then go for the kill on the next turn. There's another Mega Flare that Cecil just... Believe me, guys, whenever we get this fight on Global and we got to use Charlotte, it'll really be impressive that Cecil can do it. I'm just going to W cast. Work him down just a little bit. Damn. I'd like to say I did that on purpose. Actually, we'll hold. Oh, we can't. I was going to use Lid's LB too. Cecil has like some innate draw attacks, so every now and again he gets slapped. Alright. Quad ready. That way Bahamut can be ultra dead. Then we'll just queue up all our limit bursts. Let's see here. Let me use Lid's limit burst too. So there you go. It's a pretty easy fight, like I said. Mechanically not that tough, but the damage, the Mega Flares are really hard to deal with. Like I said, on Global we'll probably be using Warrior Light's mitigation thing that he has for Charlotte, and probably use her limit burst after the dispel. That way we can make sure to you know, mitigate as much of that damage as possible and whatnot. Hopefully we'll have Elephant by then. I really could see a Global delay in Elephant. I mean, for God's sakes, they delayed Ramza to like no end. So like, why would they give us Elephant? You know, as crazy as she is, she's definitely on the short list for me to UOC. But anyways, hopefully later on this week we'll be pulling for Zidane. Hope you guys have a good week. Hope you liked the video. Toodaloo.